Alright guys, how's it going? It is Monday the 25th of January 2021 and you're watching KopTalk.tv. Alright, how's it going? You alright? Well, at least Harvey Elliott's come to his fucking senses. At least someone has. He's had his hair cut. He's cut that fucking thing off the back of his head, so that's good news. But will FSG come to their senses? That's what I want to know. Will they back that man over there? Will they back that man over there? That man that has worked a miracle at Liverpool Football Club, in my opinion. He won the fucking title. He won the Champions League, not them. They're just fucking owners, you know what I'm saying? People keep coming in the live streams and that saying, what do you reckon, Dunk, FSG out? I've been FSG out since it was FSG in day one. You know, I don't dislike them, you know, in the sense of, like, I think they're bad owners or anything, but I just think that, you know, they have overseen, you know, success thanks to that man over there who is very unique. And I just think that, you know, do you want the occasional bit of success and silverware, or do you want to be a European giant, you know, that's going to dominate? And I just think that if I was him, I'd be thinking, well, fuck you, you know, I've done this, I've delivered this on the backing you've given me. Now, I spoke at length about this in a video today on this channel for the members of the YouTube channel. Click join underneath the channel if you want to watch it. I give my thoughts about all of that and what I think's been going on. But, you know, just to summarise, I think that, you know, we obviously all know that he wanted someone in January and it's been blocked. In January, you play a little bit more, right, usually. So maybe a player's got a 20 million valuation. Maybe they'd have to pay 30 million. They're saying no. Jurgen might have said, well, I think the 10 million, you know, the premium's worth it. You know, give us that. We'll try and, you know, do our best and get another title. But they're just not ambitious enough. And I mean, it's not fucking new, is it, guys? You know, they're going to cite the coronavirus and all that load of nonsense. We all know this. We know what FSG are about. And if my advice to you would be to keep on, you know, keep the pressure on. If you're speaking publicly on social media, in groups, forums, whatever, the Americans especially don't like bad publicity. So I'm not saying go out there and be an ass, you know, like running your mouth and stuff like that, but just let it be known that you know that you're disappointed. I do think that Liverpool have tried to do business this window, and I still think they're trying to do business this window. I genuinely do. All right, I still think there's a possibility something might happen. The problem is when you hear the term unrealistic valuations, right? So an unrealistic valuation by the owners might be different to the manager. Does that make sense? So sometimes you'll hear like unrealistic valuations and everyone's on side. The manager's saying, yeah, I agree, it's ridiculous. Sancho's not worth that kind of, you know, valuation, for example, and everyone's happy. But what happens if the manager says, well, actually, I think that is a realistic valuation considering the time of the year, you know, the January window, and the owners say, well, no, it's unrealistic. So then you have conflict, then you have a problem. Addressed it all in today's video, to be honest with you, so I don't really want to repeat myself. I probably will go over it in the KopTalk podcast today. But you know, it's a bit shit. You know, the current form, losing to Man United in the cup. We've got these problems hanging over us. Well, I wouldn't say problems. I'd say things that can affect team morale and stuff like that. And the manager's thinking, so you've already got a manager that for a few windows has become a little bit fed up, I think, with, you know, because let's remember Timo Werner. He wanted Timo Werner. He had to phone Timo Werner and say, look, you know, it's not you, you've done nothing wrong, but the money wasn't there to make it happen. Timo Werner was a great price. I know you're probably thinking, whoa, I'm glad we missed it, but come on. You know, this is Chelsea, this is a different, maybe it'll be different under another manager. He's been there 5 minutes, you know. Look at Fernando Torres at Chelsea versus Fernando Torres at Liverpool, different systems, etc., etc. Look what Thierry Henry was like when he first came to England with Arsenal. So Timo Werner is a great player. The point is the boss wanted him, but he was denied that transfer as well, wasn't he? So let's not forget that. And I think the boss has had these few windows where he's thinking, do you know what? I mean, he knows the situation. He's not a moaner and a groaner. He said that himself the other day. I'm not going to start sulking. He knows what the situation is. But, you know, that is a problem, right? I think the boss, we've been saying for a few months now on the members' website, haven't we? We've been saying, well, he's looking a bit tetchy, a bit fed up, he's looking a bit stressed, is Jurgen, what's on his mind? So you got something like that, the manager's a little bit unhappy, probably a little bit frustrated, thinking I could do so much more with just a little bit more backing, right? You've then got the Wijnaldum contract situation that's been looming, right? We all know what's going to happen there, but it's still a distraction. We've now got the Mo Salah situation, another fucking distraction. And then you've got the distraction of the centre-back situation, another distraction. That's 3 or 4 things hovering over the club at one time, and then you wonder why everyone's like that. Come on, guys, it's so obvious to me. And we've been talking about this for weeks and weeks and weeks before we've had this, before it's dipped even further. We'll be all right. I'm sure we'll be all right. But they need, FSG, if they've got any sense about them, just give him what he fucking wants. Speculate to accumulate. You lift his mood, the mood of the fucking squad will be lifted as well. That's what I think. Now, I don't know if you saw, but we're closing in on this kid apparently from Derby County called Cade Gordon. I think he's an attacking midfielder. He's only 16. I think a winger, attacking midfielder kind of player. Regarded as one of the best players in Europe for his position and age. Man United and Tottenham have been after him. He's an England under-16 international, couple of caps for them. He's going to cost around $1 million, could go up to $3 million in compensation. Very highly rated, and it looks like we might be closing on a deal for him, but he would, obviously, that's nothing to do with the first team at the present time, so that's something that's going on. We've also been linked with the former Arsenal defender, I can't think of his name, Socrates, or whatever the fuck he's called. Some inquiries there. I think Liverpool are trying, but it's no good if they're not all on the same page. They've all got to be on the same page when it comes to the money. It's as simple as that. And I think the manager is saying, oh, for fuck's sake, just give me the fucking player, right? By his own admission, he's also saying, look, it's not just about bringing new players in. I'm the manager, I'm responsible, etc., etc. We know this. He's not immune of criticism and errors. But I do think, guys, that FSG have made a huge mistake in not backing him this window. That's my personal opinion. Everyone's going to agree with that because all football fans want to see new blood brought in. But I think if there's still a chance, but I don't think we're going to go out and sign the best players in the world this month. But we might see a signing of some description. But if not, we've got to barrel on. And we're not. People keep saying crisis. I don't think there is a crisis. Crisis is if he leaves. And I think that if you're not happy in your working environment, making big decisions becomes a lot easier. Just let that seed sink in. Real Madrid will be looking for a new manager soon as well. So there's all sorts of things that could go on over the coming months. I would advise you to watch the video that I did today. I think I enjoyed it. I thought it was a good video. But you don't. That's not a ploy to get you to support me or anything. Because if you follow the KopTalk podcast, if you listen to my live streams, you'll know what I'm talking about anyway. All right. So if you're a regular follower of my content, then you know what I'm talking about. So. Anyway, guys, I will leave you with that. What's your thoughts, in particular about Harvey Elliott having his haircut? I'd like to know what you think about that. Keep the chins up. Let's battle on, and we'll see what happens in due course. Okay, but never say never. We'll regroup. Definitely before the end of the window. I'm still here. I'm here every day in this office, but I just haven't felt like making many videos recently because I don't think there's been anything happy to talk about, anything really encouraging. However, that may change. All right, so keep the faith, and I'll catch up with you real soon. All right, guys, let me know what your thoughts are. Post a comment in the comment section. I listen to everything, read everything. Sorry, and I like to see what your thoughts are. And but like me, I think you're probably disappointed with the manager having to clearly get that message out that he doesn't feel fully backed at the moment. All right, I'll speak to you in a bit. All right.